Hello, everyone, and welcome to the International Fab Talks. Thank you for being a part of our journey. And it's a beautiful day when we connect with beautiful celebrities. No matter what age, geographical location, gender, class, caste, creed, we all bond together on one note, that is universal love, universal brotherhood. And today we have a lovely friend who's joining us all the way from California, San Jose. He is Arya Konanur. Hello, Arya, and
Hi,
welcome to the session.
thanks for having me.
That's really nice, Arya. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for accepting the invitation to the International Fab Talks. It's really a pleasure to have you with us and share your thoughts and views on the International Fab Talks.
Definitely, I'm excited.
Me too. Dear friends, do you know who is Arya? Arya is a student in the 8th grade and very focused on his studies and as well as extracurricular activities. He has a lovely puppy named Cookie. And if we get to see her now, it would
She's
really
down
be
there.
nice. Yeah, she's there down.
It's right there on the floor.
Yes, yes, Arya. Thank you. Arya loves to play the guitar and the drums as well. And Arya loves to have paneer. Anything prepared with paneer?
Definitely.
Special. Yes, Arya. We really love to know about your thoughts, your views as to how you think life is till date. So, Arya, tell me something about yourself. Who is Arya, the real Arya?
The real Arya is somebody who really cherishes friends, dogs, music, and admittedly is a little cocky at times. I'm pretty strong about, my social perspectives on things, which is partially why I accepted this. I like to talk about my opinions, my views, which a lot of people like to do these days. Uh, But generally, I'm a simple guy who loves paneer, puppies, music, and that's all I really need.
That's really great. Thank you so much. And I like the way you said, I'd love to connect based on social issues. I would love to be vocal. I would like to speak and share my thoughts and views. And that's very good to open up and to speak on issues that really matter today.
It's not
Arya.
just about telling,
Mhm.
telling the people your views. It's about making them care as well.
Perfect, perfect, Arya.
Thank you.
Yes. Arya, may I know who is your inspiration? Like what inspires you to be what you are today? So open, so
Definitely,
focused. Yeah.
definitely musicians such as Said This Guy, Elenium. My friends also they inspire me to be better. We all teach each other things. But mainly in my musical aspirations, I'm inspired by musicians such as, Said This Guy, Elenium, Seven Lions, etc.
That's really great. That's really very nice. Are you interested in books too? Like apart from your studies, is there any book that interests you, Arya?
I don't read a lot, but most of the books I do read are by an author named Alan Gratz, Alangratz. He makes historical fiction, and it's usually about wars such as World War II, uh, global warming, Vietnam War. And I don't like any of those events, but I just find the books really exciting, especially his most popular book, Prisoner B3087. I think those were the numbers. About and it's a true story as well about a boy who, when the Holocaust started, his family was killed. He had to escape and he had to survive in concentration camp after concentration camp, and some of the things that I saw in that book, that were just unreal. There was one scene where he went into a gas chamber and he was waiting to be gassed and they were showered with cold water. That was the one batch that was, going to be given mercy. And I looked it up, that really happened. So they interviewed a real person who survived the Holocaust named Jack Gruner.
Oh, great. That's really nice. Thank you for
Yeah.
sharing. That's really great. Thank you so much. What's the best part when you go to school? What is the best thing that you feel? Yet I have attended school today, and this is what I feel good about my school.
Lunch.
Lunch.
No, but seriously, I enjoy my English class and my science class genuinely because those teachers will teach us the subject in a useful way, not just making us memorize dates, but also showing us, like I said, it's not just telling people your views, it's also making them care why they should know it. And I think that's what a good teacher is to me. most of why a student will like a subject is because they have a good teacher. If you have a bad teacher, it doesn't matter what the material is, you're gonna hate the class. So my English class and my science class and even my Spanish class, those are definitely my favorites.
Oh, that's really great. And what about lunchtime?
Lunchtime? Because I get a break from classes. That's why.
So how do you enjoy your lunch? Do you all share over and bond over the lunch timing? How is it?
That's really the only time we get to, you know, play around, we get to talk, eat.
Yes, dear.
Mainly it's just a break from the past 5 hours of class. That was the joke.
Yes. Do you love to go to school on a regular basis, or sometimes do you bunk school?
Um, I like to go to school. The hardest part is waking up in the morning, but after that's done with, I enjoy school.
Yes, dear. That's really nice. And I've heard that even you are interested in guitar, playing the
Guitar,
guitar,
yeah.
playing the drums. How did you develop this interest, Arya?
When I was 8, I just felt like I wanted to play a musical instrument. Funny story, I wanted to play the flute. And my mom told me, you're not playing the flute. I said, why? She's like, you're gonna play the guitar. And I asked her why. She said, do you think in college you're gonna pull more girls if you play the flute or you play the guitar? So I started playing guitar and eventually, and for years it was an on and off thing. I wasn't very passionate about it until I stumbled on something called electronic music, where you make music on your computer. And suddenly I'm suddenly super motivated to do music. I'm super passionate about it. So I learned the bass guitar, I learned drums. I'm practicing for a few hours every day. It's fun.
Great. And you mentioned flute, right?
I don't play the flute, by the way.
But you
So
would,
no.
but you love to, you wanted to, right?
Back when I was 8, yeah.
I just ask you a question. Could you name any one who was very focused on, playing the flute and gave his very best? Any personality or any mythological figure that comes to your mind?
Krishna.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes, Lord Krishna.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Krishna played the flute.
Yes, dear.
I don't know anybody else who plays though, personally.
I waited for that answer, Lord Krishna. That's really
Yeah. When you said like mythological creature, I'm like, okay, this is what she's asking for.
yes, dear. Yes, dear. Arya,
Yep.
do you have a diary? Do you jot down your thoughts every day in a diary, or just you keep it in your mind, or put it on your,
I have a diary of pictures, but I don't really write. I just have, a photo album of big events. Like the day we got Cookie, my first concert, just general stuff. But no, not like a diary.
that's really great. Arya, what are you passionate about?
Music.
Music.
Hours every day.
Pardon?
I practice for hours every day. I love music.
That's really great. That's really nice. Like, how did you develop this passion, like so much into music? And where do you see yourself now in the next 10 years with regard to music?
In the next 10 years, I see myself with a music career and DJing around. I'm also studying, music business to learn how to promote my music, how to make money off of music, how to make it a career. And in the next 10 years, I see myself successful. I feel like I'm on a good path.
Good. And we wish you all the best, really.
Thank
We really
you.
like the way you think and the way you give that much of interest and passion towards that beautiful hobby of yours. And you would love to transform that into a profession. That's really great.
Thank you.
Arya, could you tell me something more about yourself, which I would love to know more about you? Apart from music, apart from
music.
cooking, apart from paneer, something else.
I like to go biking.
Oh, great.
A lot. I like to explore new parks. When I go biking, I go to some new parks around the area. I'll go farther and farther each time with my friends. The new park is just a thing we do.
Yes, dear.
And another thing, I also do volunteering after school in a senior center, and it's where like families drop off their elder loved ones when they can't take care of them anymore. And it was honestly like really big experience for me, just getting perspectives from older people, different people who've been around the world. It's changed my perspective on life a lot.
That's really great, Arya. You're into a
Yeah.
wonderful zone where you get to learn a lot and see a lot as to how society is. And
Yeah.
yeah, that's really nice. I'm really proud of you. And you say you
Thank you.
volunteer and go
Yeah.
by. That's beautiful. And that really makes the world a special place when we have kids like Arya, when we have children like Arya giving out their time.
Thank you.
Yes. I
There's
really
one particular person who I think really stood out the most. His name is Warren, and he's 89. A year ago he went blind, so he went into a coma and he woke up blind, which really sucks. But that didn't stop him from, living his life the best he could. He admitted him and his wife with dementia into Westgate Villa, and from there he would still exercise. Even though he couldn't see, he would talk to everybody, he would make friends. He does push-ups, squats, he exercises, he listens to different kinds of music. And uh my friend and I, so my friend also volunteers there as well on the days I don't. So we alternate days. And hearing the stories he has to say, the perspectives he has to say, it's so deep. So he'll tell us like he doesn't mind. He like we asked him once when we first met him, like what's it like being blind? He said, I don't mind because when I was younger, I did everything I wanted to do that I needed to see to do. So now I'm at peace being blind. And I'm like, that's so beautiful to be able to just to be satisfied with what you've already lived. So the biggest piece of advice he gave me is if you want to die happy, live a good, clean life, help people out, and for God's sake, have fun. Because one day you'll be old and blind like me, and you won't be able to have fun anymore. So don't don't just spend 50 years doing the same thing over and over again. Just live experiences.
Yes, dear. I really like this. For God's sake, have some fun because this is one life,
Yeah,
right, Arya? I really love it.
exactly.
And you getting to learn all of this at this young age is really great because we see most of the teenagers focused on some other aspects. Either it is more of sports or more of the
Or
other things.
their phone, just scrolling on their phone. Which I
Yeah.
mean, it's really easy to get trapped in. It's not like I don't scroll for hours on my phone, but it's nice to do something else as well.
Yes, dear. Very true, Arya. And I'm proud of you, the way you shared about Warren's story. It's really great. And what you learned from
Thank
him
you.
and how you would want to transform the world. How would you want to transform the thought pattern of other people too? Like, yes, don't only focus on the latest gadgets. Give your time and volunteer for some social good cause.
Yeah. I
Really.
will say though, with the latest gadgets going into AI, it's important to understand how that works. But there's a difference between understanding gadgets and consuming gadgets. What I'm saying you shouldn't do is for hours, 17 hours a day, to be scrolling on your phone and consuming everything. But in the age of AI, you either become a consumer or a creator. And you need to know how it works. You need to be able to manipulate AI because that's eventually what's gonna end up manipulating us, with Chat GPT and everything.
Yes,
It's
dear.
nice to be able to control it, to have some control over it rather than have it controlling you.
That's perfect, Arya. I really love the way you said either you're a consumer or a creator.
That's my dad's quote. I got that from him.
Yes, thank you for being so genuine and sharing that. My dear
Thank you.
friends, don't be more of a consumer. You be more of a creator. Create something
Yeah.
new. Yes, balance it very well. I really
Yeah.
like this.
Yeah. Have a balance of consumption and creation because you got to have one for the other.
Perfect. Dear Arya, could you tell me something about your strengths?
My strengths are um I'm good with kids. Um I'm I'd say I'm kind. I would say I am. I'm pretty funny. I can I can meet somebody new and make friends with them like instantly. Not instantly, but like very quickly. I'm not too shy when it comes to new people. I when I'm interested in something, I would disciplinedly and dedicatedly focus on that. So if something motivates me, I will not cut corners. I will keep doing that.
Yes, dear. Thank you for sharing, Arya. Arya
Yeah.
stays, yes, dear. Thank you very much. Arya stays with his parents, his grandparents, and a lovely sister, and of course, Cookie as well. Cookie
Yeah.
is his puppy. Yes, dear. Arya, Is there anything that you feel, yes, this is the place I need to work on? This area I need to work on in my life? Any weakness, if I could put it in that way?
If something doesn't motivate me and I don't necessarily want to do it, I will put it off for as long as possible. I'm a big procrastinator. For example, I have a homework assignment due tomorrow that I need to fill out, which I'll probably get to way later tonight.
That's really nice. Thank
Yeah.
you for being
Luckily,
so
I know all
honest.
the answers, so that's good.
Yes, dear. Arya, what about sports and games?
I play tennis and I do track and field. I do hurdles. I haven't done them in a while because I haven't had anybody to practice with. But over the summer and definitely in the past year, even earlier at the start of this school year, I would play a lot of tennis, jump over a lot of hurdles. But now the way I stay active, I walk cookie, I go biking. I genuinely just move around. I'm never sitting in one place for too long without balancing it out and moving around the house, you know.
Yes, dear. Thank you for sharing, Arya. Arya, about fiction. Do you love to know more about fiction or about reality, reading autobiographies or fictional material?
Um,
Watching movies, you could also say if it is like, is it reality or fiction that appeals to you?
Fiction, because most nonfiction now is kind of sad. Just knowing what really happens in this world. It's why I don't read the news anymore. I did for a short period of time. It's very depressing. Nonfiction is good, but most nonfiction is just very depressing. And it's not as entertaining as fiction.
Yes, dear. I get that. I get that.
Yeah.
Because the war that is going on and a lot of chaos around the world sometimes
Two
gets
wars.
lost.
We have Israel, Palestine, and then Russia, Ukraine. Who knows what else is gonna happen? And here in America, like every day you can look at the headlines and there'll be something about a shooting. Whatever memes there are, like all around across the world about America are probably true. All right. There's shootings every day. It's terrible. The only meme in India or that area I'll say is not true about America. We don't eat McDonald's every day. There's genuinely people in Europe and India and people outside of America who think we eat McDonald's every day. That does not happen, but there's a lot of shootings. It's terrible.
Yes, dear. We get that, Arya. We get that. Arya, how do you handle the problems that you face in life? Like, I want to know, do you have the power to rise back again? Yes, you had a bad day. We all do
Yeah.
have bad days. When you have a
Yeah.
bad day, how do you deal with it? How do you bounce?
Uh I blow off some steam for a little bit and then I bounce back. If I have a problem that I need to solve, I'll freak out about the problem for as short as possible. I'll try to solve it. I genuinely like to stick with the mindset that this problem will eventually be resolved. I try to stay away from the mindset of it's the end of the world. I missed a homework assignment, you know?
Yes, dear. Arya, what about the cultural activities at school? Do you take part in them like drama, song, dance? Of course, music. I know that you love to play the guitar and the drums as well. Apart from that, do you take part in acting and singing as well, or any other cultural activity?
I'm in Spanish class, but other than that, not really. There's no singing class at school or anything like that. The most cultural that there is the leadership course, which goes through a lot. They have a lot of cultural events and stuff, and I applied for that, but there wasn't enough space, so I got into Spanish. That's I think that's the best there is.
Yes, dear. Arya, I'd like to ask you your favorite color to like what makes you feel good when you see a certain color? Like which is that color that appeals to your eyes?
Like the color between blue and purple, like just a gradient between blue and purple, like violet kind of.
Okay. That's really nice. That's nice. Arya, if you put in a request that would you oblige to play the guitar for us for a few minutes or maybe a few seconds too? Would you do that for us?
Yeah, I know guitar parts to a lot of songs. It won't feel like a full song because it's only the guitar part, but I can definitely play the guitar part to a
Yes,
few
dear.
songs. Hey, Cookie, you're sleeping right by my chair. Let me try get out of this.
Cookie.
Yeah, I didn't want to run over her. All right.
Yes, dear friends. We get connected with our special celebrity today is Arya Konanur from San Jose, California, USA. Spending time with us on the Fab Talks, getting to know about him is a pleasure. And we've requested him to play the guitar for us. Let's enjoy that. Join me, friends. It's a pleasure when young minds speak out so well and get connected to the society, understand the in and out of how life goes about. It's not only about having a good time with yourself, but getting to know about the reality of life at a young age is a blessing. We'll just wait for our friend to join us, my dear friends. Yes, Arya, over to you.
Okay.
Arya, we have a little request. We would love to see your beautiful guitar, like as to uh, how you spend your
Okay.
time. We'd like to have a look at it.
Yeah, sure.
I would also love to play the guitar, but I haven't learned.
You
Yes,
should learn. It's fun.
great. That's lovely.
It is.
That's great.
Yeah, it's my acoustic guitar.
Perfect. That's really nice. Thank you. Thank you so much, Arya. And I would love to learn to play the guitar from you as well. Maybe if we get time and if you too can
From
take
me.
some time, I would love to learn it from you too. Yes, dear. Thank you very
Oh,
much.
okay.
Friends,
You're
yes,
welcome. Okay.
yes. Friends, we go ahead and get to know more about Arya. He's somebody magical and somebody mysterious. With a lot of insight into how life goes about at this young age is really great. To get to know about a youngster like this. Arya, what about movies, Arya?
I like movies.
Your favorite one?
My favorite one. Let me think. I'm not sure. There's a lot of good movies. Maybe Spirit. Have you seen Spirited with Will Ferrell, Ryan Reynolds?
No, I
It's a
haven't.
Christmas musical. I love it. I watched it like 3 times in a row.
Great. Arya, maybe know your favorite holiday destination, Arya.
Um, my best vacation that I've ever been on was to Switzerland, which was last February. So yeah, last Christmas break. And this year we're going to Italy, so I'm really excited for that. But Switzerland, I just love the overall aesthetic of it. The architecture was so beautiful, the people were so nice, the food was so good.
And when you talk about food, like, have you also learned this beautiful skill or are you trying to learn this beautiful skill, the art of cooking?
No,
Would you
I
love to? Would you love to?
I would like to, but I do not cook. Most I can make is pasta.
Okay, that's nice. That's really nice.
To
Arya,
start.
what is that one thing you love about yourself? This is Arya, and I like myself because this is who I am. This is my inner quality, my core quality.
I like myself because I'm giving myself some sort of purpose, which is music, something to be passionate about, rather than just going about my life, wasting it. I'm trying to build myself up to something, trying to make a career out of what I love.
That's really great. Arya, do you think the world needs to change in some way or the other? Do you find that there is some area in the world that requires a drastic change, a beautiful change has to be brought about? And if yes, which area is that, and how would you contribute to that change?
Well, what it is that nowadays people will make fun of other people for having viewpoints such as mine on how to improve the world. They'll find it cringe or whatever. Like, for example, if there's like a fight on school and people are laughing at it, if somebody says you shouldn't laugh, it's not funny, they'll be called a nerd or whatever. I mean, nothing huge, but just the general mindset that something should change. A lot of people have the mindset that it's already okay now, nothing should change, nobody should think it has to change, nobody should tell me that it has to change. But it's not okay. Some things have to change, and people should be able to express that they think that something has to change.
Yes, dear. Yes, dear. In school, like what is the thing that you don't like about your school? There are many things you would love about your school, but is there something that you don't like and you feel uncomfortable in school?
Nothing that makes me feel uncomfortable. Hold on, Cookie needs to be let out just like 1 second.
Sure, sure. Take your time. That's really nice. Handling Cookie is a bit of a task. And yes, our special celebrity has gone to leave Cookie in its
Sorry,
right
she was barking
side.
at the door.
No
We're all good
worries,
now?
no worries.
Yeah. Nothing makes me feel uncomfortable or anything at school,
Mhm,
but I guess something that makes a lot of other people uncomfortable that I know is there's a big vaping problem.
mhm,
There's kids, vaping, doing drugs at school. I mean,
mhm.
that's terrible. I've been offered a hit once or twice. I've said no, thankfully, but they think it's safe, they think it's cool, they think it's funny. Youngest kids that I know that like I've seen vape are second graders. We have second graders doing drugs because these big vape brands, Juul and everything, are branding to them. They're making candy flavors, they're making everything. And they're quietly, and they know it, everybody knows it, but they do it just legally by putting a stamp that says you have to be 21 or older to purchase this. They're branding it to little kids. And that's why Juul was banned in America in I think 2021. Juul, the big vape company, all of it, everything was banned in America because it was a problem with kids. But now there's other big vape companies doing the same thing. And we have, little kids, elementary schoolers, middle schoolers, high schoolers, they're all hooked.
Yes, Arya. Thank you for sharing. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Arya,
Yeah.
what about your best friends? How many best friends have stood by you through thick and thin? Like you might have faced a lot of problems, or maybe lots of fun activities too. Who are those friends with you who have been all the time with Arya?
I have a group of friends, a group of boys, one girl. We've all been together through thick or thin.
That's really great.
We're all really tight.
Yes, as you said, a group of friends. That's really great to have a
Yeah.
wonderful group of friends to be supportive and, of course, to make life beautiful. Arya,
Yeah.
what brings a smile to your face, Arya?
Dogs. Anything
Wow,
dog.
I
Dogs.
love that. Yes, that's really nice. Yes, Arya. Arya, any weakness?
Of my friends?
It could be just anything. It could be food, it could be friends, it could be studies, it could be your temper, it could be just anything. What you feel that, yes, this is my weakness.
Like you said, my temper doesn't go off very easily, but when it goes off, it goes off.
I like that. When it goes off, it goes off.
Yeah.
It happens to
It's not
me
it's not
too.
a common sight, but it's not a sight you want to see.
Yeah. Oh, I like it. I like the way you put that. It's very true. It happens with me too, Arya. I too.
Yeah.
Once I'm off my, the limits, or off my head.
You're off the limits.
Yes, yes. That's really nice. Arya, on certain days, we all face our lows. And
Yeah.
we don't feel like, oh, maybe I don't want to do anything today. I don't feel good. But yet you have to do it. You have to complete a task. How do you
Yeah.
derive your strength? And from where do you derive your strength to rise up again?
I procrastinate until I'm like, okay, now I really need to get this done. Like I said, my homework assignment due tomorrow. It's 7:09. I still only have half of it complete. I'll do it eventually. But once I know like I have to do this, I have to do this. But for a while, I think it's also good to just let yourself feel like you don't want to do anything. You don't want to force yourself too much. You have to force yourself at some point, but everybody needs a little bit of rest, just a little bit of time of doing nothing.
Yes, dear. Arya, is there anything that scares you?
Um, my sister's Barbie dolls, just regular dolls, because she used to, when she was little, she would paint them green, rip out the hair, paint the eyes black, and pretend they were zombies, and she'd wake us up in the middle of the night and put them in our faces. That was not fun. Now I'm petrified of dolls.
Oh my God, you really make me laugh today, the way you said that. It's really nice. Thank you for sharing all that. Thank you very much. And they're
You're
looking like
welcome.
zombies, and it looks quite scary. Yes.
Yeah.
Arya, your little sister. What do you love about your little sister?
She's enthusiastic. She's definitely a super spunky person.
Yes. Did you have a tiff with her anytime, like sibling
Every
rivalry?
single day. We fight every day. And then we make up every day. But we fight a lot too. Normal sibling relationship, I guess. You fight and then you don't fight, but then you fight again. It's just we just like carefully like pinprick each other until we go off our rocker.
Yes, dear. What is it that you like about your sister?
She's very enthusiastic, like I said. She's a very spunky person. She's she has a lot of charisma. Like she can walk into a room and people are like, damn, she's having fun. I want to like be around her.
Arya, what are your future thoughts on, future thoughts, I can't say. I just put that right. What are your future plans? Like, what do you plan to become in future with regard to your educational pursuits? How far you would like to get educated? Would you like to obtain a master's and then go in for, towards your passion and create a profession out of it?
Well, I have a while to go, but as of now, the plan is I go to a good high school. I finish high school and then I take a gap year, explore, focus on music. Then I want to go to music college. I want to really focus on music. Definitely, just anything I can do with music. But in terms of education so far, I want to go. I want to go to a good high school. I definitely want to be educated. You're muted.
Thank you, Arya. Thank you for sharing. Arya, apart from music, westernized music, do you also prefer Indian music as well, Indian classical music?
Not really. I did it for a little bit. Never took to it.
Yes, dear. Would you like to give us a little message to maybe the children across the world who are of your age? What kind of a message you would like to share today?
Do what you love. That's what my shirt says. We only have 70, 80, 90 years. Don't spend most of that doing something you hate. We've been given Okay, here's my biggest message. 120 billion humans have lived and died on this planet. We are given the opportunity to be part of the 8 billion who are alive right now. And you need to go and make use of it. Not necessarily at the highest academic level you can, make the most money you can, but that's too, if that's your aspiration. Just honor your life by enjoying it.
Like the way you put this, honor your life by enjoying life. Enjoy it and
Exactly.
make it enjoyable for others too.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the
that too.
essence. That's the main message. Beautiful, Arya. At this young age, you have this much of wisdom. That's all.
Thank you.
Yes, dear. Arya, any beautiful quote or a quotation, proverb that appeals to you?
If you're gonna quit anything, quit making excuses, quit procrastinating, and just that was all it is. If you're gonna quit anything, quit making excuses and quit procrastinating.
I really like that. Quit excuses and quit procrastination. And that's a
Yeah,
big takeaway for me too. Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you very much.
Not that I'm not a big procrastinator. I'm a huge procrastinator,
How
but
sweet. You're so honest,
it's a
Arya.
nice quote.
You're very honest. And to
Thank you.
work on that is really great.
Yeah.
I like the innocence that you have, and I like the wisdom also that you have at the same time. That's really nice. Arya, till date, your proudest accomplishment.
Um. Oh, I was on radio. Um. During the last day of summer, I entered a writing contest, and KQED saw it and they picked it up. So I was on I was on the morning radio for a couple of days, and my article is online if you want to see it. I mean, the picture of me looks really bad. It looks like I have a huge forehead because it's put like this. But you can definitely go just search up my name, Arya Konanur, and you'll see the article. You can definitely go read it. It's another thing like this talk.
Yes, Arya. Thank you for sharing. Arya, apart from Cookie, okay, that's your puppy. Apart from Cookie, would you love to have any other pet as well? And if yes, which other pet?
Um, Not really, because we foster dogs. So we have dogs that they get rescued and they need a home for a little bit until they get adopted. So we fostered 3 dogs. So I mean, not really, a dog and a few fosters every year. It's enough. And it's also a lot on me and my mom because we're the ones who take care of them as well. So, just a couple of days ago we had one of our fosters get adopted, and it's always sad to see him go, to see them go, get adopted. But it, it's it's nice just having a dog and then a foster. Gives Cookie someone to play with as well.
Yes, dear. Have you ever tried to get a kitten? Have a
No,
cat with you? No, you
no.
don't like cats? You're not a cat
I
person?
love I love cats, but uh dogs are better in my opinion. That's just my opinion. You all can yell at me in the comments. I like dogs better than cats.
Yes, yeah. I love also, to have a kitten and a dog as well. But I have a fear for dogs, Arya, because the dog bit me when I was a kid. When I was 16 years old,
Oh,
the dog that we had at home, her name was Dolly. And she happened to, catch hold of me at one corner. And she bit me like 24 to 27 bites, I guess. I had it on my feet, on my left leg. And from that time, I have a
wow.
scare for dogs and I would prefer cats. But I love dogs too.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I get that. It's common, especially in India. We went to India and my sister was bitten by a dog. It was a nasty bite.
I
But
really like the way you said nasty bite. Yes.
yeah,
Arya, are you a great listener or a speaker? Where do you find your strength? Listening or speaking?
I speak about what I listen to. I'm a good listener. I listen to other people, but I also like to speak about what I hear about, like right here. I'm doing
Yes.
right now.
Yes.
But mostly I'd say I'm a good listener.
Yes, dear. Arya, would you love to visit a sanctuary or a museum? Where do you think you could learn more? At a museum or a sanctuary?
Sanctuary, because at a museum, I'm learning to memorize dates of when certain things happened. And don't get me wrong, museums are cool. At a sanctuary, you can hear stories where different animals came from, what happens. It's you learn stories rather than just memorizing dates.
Yes. You get the
But
experience.
I definitely know a lot of people they'd rather go to a museum. Some people, it's a personal thing. Some people learn more from a museum and some person would learn more from a sanctuary. I'm a sanctuary kind of person.
Yes, dear. If you were to be given a gift by the Almighty, if the Almighty or the universe offered you a superpower and said, yes, you could select the superpower of your choice, Arya, what superpower would you select?
Um, the ability to, maybe I'll just pick the classic one and the ability to fly. It's an overused one, but I think that would be pretty fun.
That's really nice. Thank you for sharing. Arya, with regard to emotional health, emotional well being, what is your take on that? How do you think that
It's
should we be able to?
important.
Hmm?
It's very important. And I'm not saying everybody should tiptoe around your feelings because sometimes, you have to deal with some things, but emotional health is just as important as physical health. It's it's huge, and for a long time it's been underrated.
Very true. Very true. That's very true. Arya,
Because if you're not motivated to do anything, how are you going to physically go out and do anything if you have no emotional, motivation to do anything?
yes. Arya, what type of change do you think the world may have, or what type of changes do you think, or I put it in the right way for you.
Like, what do you think will like
As a youngster, how do you perceive the world in the next 50 years? Or how would you imagine the world to be in the next 50 years?
I think that these big issues are going to go too far, and then all of a sudden they're going to jerk back and they're going to solve it. Because what I notice, whatever a recurring pattern I notice about things is that people see a problem and then they solve it, and then they go over the top to a point where they've solved it so much it's become a problem. So then they go and try to solve that. There's never, in a perfect world, it would stay in the middle here. But the reality of things is it's going to sway back and forth. So whatever problems we have here, they're going to get worse and worse and worse and worse until, like I said, what I do, if I don't have the motivation to do something, but I know I need to get something done, I'll procrastinate on it until I'm like, okay, I really need to do this now. And then I go and do it. Except when that happens, it goes back to the middle. With the world, it's just going to go left and right. Problem, solution, problem, solution, problem.
Perfect, Arya. Problem, solution, problem, solution. So that would really be nice to complete the next 50 years in a very unique way. You face problems and find solutions. And
until that becomes a problem again and you need to find solutions.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Arya. Arya, imagine if you had a time machine in your hand and at the click of a button, you would be taken into the past. And there you had to go and relive somebody's life and come back. Whose life you would love to relive?
Maybe Warren's, because Warren has had a super interesting life from what I hear, and she's had a lot of wisdom. I think he's had a very good life, and I'd like to see that. But if not Warren, definitely my grandma, because her life has also been equally as interesting.
Oh, great.
She's done a lot. She's helped a lot of people.
That's really nice, Arya. You're such a sweet.
Thank you.
You have such beautiful thoughts. You're a great person. Like one is Warren, and one you says my grandmom. That's really nice. To see the good in them, to see the best in them. As you said, she has a lot of wisdom, and even that's really nice to see the good in people and would want to relive their lives and to give out the best. That's really nice. Much appreciated. Arya, a very sensitive question. What about constructive criticism? How do you take that?
I take it. If it's constructive, then I'll use it to construct myself. If it's just criticism for no reason, rhyme or reason, I'll just let it go, push it away. But if it's constructive criticism, I will take it, because constructive criticism is given to help the person, not to make them feel bad.
Oh, great. You explained that very well.
Thank you.
Arya, what about forgiveness? If somebody has hurt you or somebody is doing it constantly, would you be able to forgive them easily?
Everybody deserves one second chance, and if they screw up that second chance, they don't deserve a third. That's my take on it. You have your first impression, then you have your ongoing impression, then you screw up, and then okay, you get a second chance. All right, if you know your mistake, you know how you can resolve this mistake. If you feel like you need to resolve this mistake, if they know they can fix that mistake, but they still continue to do it, no, goodbye. I don't forgive. Or you can forgive, but you never forget. You know, if not that, then I can forgive somebody, but I'll never forget what they did.
Arya, I like the way you said you could give them one chance, two chances, and then no.
They've been given enough chances, more than enough chances. You know?
And it's a big takeaway for me too, and of course our audience and guests as well. Thank you, Arya, for that. It's really nice to know that you think on these beautiful terms and you know boundaries, and you know there are people, if you keep on forgiving them, they may manipulate you more and more. You know when to stop.
Exactly. There will be no boundaries set. They'll think, okay, I know it bothers this person, but I mean, what are they gonna do? I can just keep doing it because I like doing it. Just let them know, if you do this one more time, no more chances. I'm not saying threaten the person with a gun, but just don't make them feel welcome to do something that you don't want them to do.
Yes, sir. Yes, Tina. Thank you very much for sharing all of this. If I were to ask you on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate yourself with regard to forgiving others?
An honest 4. You're muted.
Yeah. Is it 4?
Yeah. Like a 4 out of 10.
Yeah, I really like your honesty because I give myself 5.
Yeah.
And so somebody's very close there with me. You're the first person to say 4, and I'm happy because no one has come up to 5. So then we are very close to each other. We can forgive but can't forget. And that's when we rate ourselves on that level, like, right?
Yeah.
Very nice. Arya, the next question coming up. In case if you were given a chance to fly to any other country, relocate to any other country, which country that would be?
Finland.
Pardon?
Finland. I just hear a
Oh,
lot of good things
Finland.
about Finland, you know? It's rated the happiest country in the world. They pay you to start a business. In general, has the highest happiness rate. So, I mean, why not? Finland is cool. I like Finland.
That's great. How would you like to celebrate your birthday? Like you've been celebrating it all these years, but as of
Yeah,
now, how do you plan to celebrate your birthday? In what unique way?
a few people, like a few friends, doing something fun, not a huge party, but just going out and doing an activity, maybe going somewhere. I know for my 11th or 12th birthday, I think it was 12th birthday, we went laser tagging. I don't know if that was for my birthday or not. I think it was. But, something like laser tag, maybe go to the beach, maybe just go out to eat. Something a little more low key than huge pump up at a parties or something.
Yes, dear. Thank you, Arya, for sharing all of that. Thank you very
Yeah.
much. Arya,
Yeah.
if you were the teacher of the class, or maybe the sir, taking over the entire class as a leader, and that day, maybe you were given the chance to take over the session in the class, would you take up the challenge, or would you want it was just something impromptu? Immediately they ask you to do it. Would you jump up and take the opportunity and balance the class well?
Maybe not.
The
I'll
reason?
let the teacher do his job, and I'll let me myself do my job as a student. I I mean, I guess it depends what they're teaching, but generally, I wouldn't want to go up with the pressure to teach an entire class and then mess up. That would really suck.
Yes, that's really nice to be very thoughtful, and to take the risk at the right time, not
At
to
the right
take,
time, yeah. It depends
yeah,
what they're teaching.
yes,
But in general, I'll let the teacher be the teacher and the student be the student.
yes, dear. Would you like to share anything more, Arya, which I haven't asked? Would you like to focus on that? Did I leave out something like you wanted to share, but I didn't ask you that? You're welcome.
No, not really.
When you come to India on a trip to India, what are the things that you do? What you love about India?
Um, we we'll go driving, around the area. We mostly stay with our grandparents. A place we do like to go to, it's a place called Kids Adda. It's like a little playground with a ball pit and everything. Amazing triple layer Nutella sandwiches.
Yes.
But it's usually more of a visit where we just visit our grandparents. We're not usually going there to go and do stuff, just to be with our grandparents.
Yes, dear.
Oh,
Arya,
my grandpa and I will play chess a lot every time we go
mhm.
there. My grandpa and I would play chess every day.
Who wins? Who wins?
It used to be my grandpa, but now I'm finally somewhat his equal.
Oh, great. That's really nice. Good to know that. When I was a kid, I used to cheat while playing. I never ever, got the chance to learn chess. I mean, I got, but I was quite lazy. I wouldn't go and put my head into chess. But I love to play Ludo and I would cheat. And if I would, and they know
How
that
do you
I'm
cheat
in
at
family.
chess?
Pardon?
How do you cheat at chess?
No, Ludo.
Oh, Ludo.
Ludo.
Okay.
And I would just lift the board and run away. And they say, no, we don't want you back in the game. If I'm losing and I'm unable to do something, I can't do it. No moves anymore. And I'm all stuck up. I just lift the board and run off. And they say, we don't want you next in the next game. Yes, dear.
Yeah. It's a
Apart
lot
from,
of little kids
pardon?
like that. That's common with a lot of little kids, If they can't win, they can't nobody's playing. I
Yeah.
had this one friend, every time we would play foosball or anything, if ever I was in the lead, he would just take the ball, throw it, run away. I'm like, we we have half the game left.
Yes. I feel guilty, when you shared this just now. That yes, if I can't win, then again, I don't want it. I just stop the game and just move out of it.
Yeah.
Yes. Arya, Now we have this rapid fire round.
Okay,
It will take another 10 minutes. May I take another 10 minutes from you, dear?
definitely.
Yeah, I had a lovely time with you sharing your space and getting to know more about your thoughts and views. And I much appreciated views and thoughts on many of the aspects at this young age. It's really a honor to have had you here on the International Fab Talks.
An
And
honor
you
to be
made
here.
me, yes, dear, you made me relive my younger days too by sharing the space with you. I went down memory lane and came back. And dear sir, I would like to now go ahead with this beautiful part called as the rapid fire round.
Okay.
Yes, dear. Friends, join me on this beautiful round called as the rapid fire round. We had a very good time and we are going to have another session now called as a rapid fire round. Join us to have fun. Arya, you have to share the first word that comes to your mind, the first thought. I give you options. The first option that comes, you should let that answer out.
Okay.
Done? Yes, dear. The favorite day of the week.
Wednesday.
The favorite number.
3.
Texting or calling.
Texting.
The insect you don't like.
Flies.
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 Oh, great.
Actually, mosquitoes. Mosquitoes are worse.
Very true. Yeah, that's really true.
Yeah.
Arya, a beautiful day in one word.
Partially cloudy, but sunny. It's maybe, 70, 75, 76 degrees, and it's very green area. We go somewhere green, somewhere nice and foresty with a lot of friends.
Yes.
That's a beautiful day with beautiful people.
Yes. Any phobia?
Dolls.
Dogs?
Dolls, like the toys.
Dolls. Oh, yeah, I get it. I get it now. Dolls.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
get
yeah,
that.
yeah.
And I just get that. Dolls. Do you still have that phobia now?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Yes, yes. Ah, yeah, that's really nice. So then I remember even I did all those things of, coloring the dolls and all that, as you explained. I did all of that too as a kid.
Yeah.
Yes, dear.
That I'm fine with that part. What scared me is she would wake me up in the middle of the night, put it in my face.
That's really funny. That's funny. Yes, dear. Arya, when you help others, do you expect anything in return? Maybe a smile, maybe the satisfaction on their face.
No, I mean, if I'm going somewhere, if I'm going there with the intention of helping somebody, if I wanted something in return, I would ask them for something in return. If you give somebody 1,000, if somebody is short on money, you give them $1,000 and they go spend it on a trip to Vegas, would you be mad? No, you gave them the $1,000 because they had less, they didn't have money. Now that you've given the $1,000, let them do what they want with that money. If that money was for a certain purpose, like maybe buying medicine or something, then you can be mad. But if you give somebody $1,000 as a gift, that's a gift. You've given the gift. Move on and let them do what they want with the gift. You're transferring ownership to them. You can't really be mad at them for something they did with their thing. It's their thing now that you've given it to them. Same with helping people.
Yes, dear. Thank you for sharing. Is it the city, a little town, or a village that appeals to you? The country life or the city life or a town?
Maybe country life. It's a lot more low key, a lot prettier.
Your favorite mode of transport?
Bikes.
Favorite season?
Fall.
Yes,
I like the colors of the trees and everything. It's a nice weather.
yeah, it's a beautiful one, right?
Yeah.
Nature at its best.
Yeah.
Yes,
Fall
dear.
just ended back here.
Yes, dear. If it was cakes, chocolates, and ice cream, what would you select first?
Ice cream.
Flavor?
I don't really like cake. Oreo flavor. Cookies and cream.
Are you an early riser, an early bird, or a night owl?
Night owl. I stay up a little too late. Admittedly. And I hate getting up in the morning.
Same here, Arya. Even that's the same scene with me. I'm a night owl and it's quite difficult to get up in the morning. And with
Definitely.
great difficulty, I get up sometimes. Yes, dear. Arya, the name of your favorite teacher or sir?
Miss Edelson, my English teacher.
Yes, dear. Arya, when you're alone in the room and no one is with you, you're all to yourself, no gadget as well. You're connected to your thoughts. Where do your thoughts take you? Past, present, or future?
Uh, the future. I just have really weird thoughts. Like, what if there was a highway for airplanes? What if airplanes had horns? That's one I had today. Like, what if airplanes could honk at other planes? Just random stupid thoughts like those goes to that.
Yes, dear.
But
Arya,
eventually, every now and then, I'll get an actual good idea, and then I'll pitch it to my friends, and we'll do something. It's nice to have a bunch of stupid thoughts because you might have a good idea from one of them.
do you write down your thoughts and ideas? If you get some unique thought, do you write them down? Do you journal them up?
I really should, but I don't. I'm too lazy to.
Because you never know, these thoughts could even lead to any great invention as
Yeah, not really. I mean, you can find them probably in my texts with my friends where I just share them and they're like, that's actually not a bad idea. We do something, but
yes.
otherwise, no, I don't have a journal or anything, but I really should, honestly.
Do you like socializing more with friends or spending me time?
Socializing with friends, I get bored with myself after a bit, but I also don't like spending too much time with like other people. Otherwise, my social battery runs out. You need both, but I prefer being with friends.
Arya, would you prioritize money or happiness? As a youngster, I'm asking you this because you know we might get some pocket money. Or how would you look at it? Is it
I
money or
want money and happiness. I want both. I mean, I wouldn't want a lot of money and be sad, so I'd prioritize happiness. But you also can't be happy if you're broke and homeless. You need money. So it's a tough question, but honestly, it's maybe happiness, but at the same time, you need money. Your happiness comes if you have money. Like a good not too much money, but enough money to, feed yourself, pay the rent. So so focus on your happiness if you can afford enough to survive. Just basically pay the rent, get some good food, a bed. But provided you have that, like I said, honor your life by enjoying it and being happy. That's the best answer I can give because and frankly you need both. You're muted again.
thank you, Arya. Thank you very much for sharing. Is it salty, sweet, spicy, or sour food?
Salty. I just like
Biscuits,
salt.
biscuits, or like what type of salty food? Chips or something like that?
Chips. Oh, I love chips.
Yes, dear. Arya is more of a thinker or a doer?
A thinker. I'm admittedly a little bit lazy about getting up and doing stuff, but I have a lot of thoughts.
Yes, dear. So great thinker. Definitely great thinkers.
Yeah. I'm good
Often,
at both, but I'm better at thinking than doing.
yes, dear. Arya, you believe in experiential learning or theoretical learning?
Experiential learning. It's I also said this earlier. It's better to go out and get stories and experience rather than memorizing dates. If you don't know how to theoretical information is great, but if you don't know how to apply any of that theoretical information, it is useless. Just you can get theoretical information from experiential learning, but experiential learning teaches you how to apply what you've learned. Again, it's not just theoretical learning is the concept of giving people your ideas, and experiential learning is telling people why you need it. So everything here, it keeps going back to that concept of giving people ideas and then telling them why they should care.
Yes, dear. Thank you so much for sharing. That's really very nice. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Arya, is it home cooked food or food ordered from out that makes you
Home
happy?
cooked food. My grandma and my mom are amazing cooks. They make the best palak paneer. All right. Forget every single restaurant. Their palak paneer is chef's
That's really great. That's nice. Thank you for sharing. Are you a beach person or a forest person? Where do you find happiness?
Forest, forest person, honestly. I just find it a lot more fascinating, all the different, sights, animals at the beach. I mean, the beach is cool, but there's nothing but, the sea, some sand, some fish, a crab that pinches you, and you have to shower afterwards. I mean, the beach is cool and all, but there's just a lot more like sensory stuff in the forest.
Yes, dear. I like the way you put all of that. It really makes sense to me because when you go to the beach, you said the crab pinches you. That's really nice. Yeah.
You
Even
ever
I'm
you ever have that feeling where you walk into the water and suddenly there's seaweed on your leg and you just jump, you're like, hate that feeling where you feel like something's grabbing you and it's just seaweed and you're like, ew, gross.
very true, very true. Even it's scary. Even I feel something similar. That's really nice, Arya. Arya, how many languages are you conversant in apart from English?
Conversant, like fluent or just being
Like,
able to.
how many languages are you able to understand and speak as well? Or just understand? Or how many languages you're connected?
I can speak a decent amount of Sanskrit. I'm taking Spanish in school, like I said, but Sanskrit, I won't say I'm conversant in it, but apart from English, I know the most Sanskrit than any other language. I didn't really enjoy learning it much. I quit after a few years. Just it's a bit stressful
What
waking up
about
like early in
Hindi?
the morning.
Mhm.
I actually don't know Hindi or Kannada. I can understand like what my family speaks, so I guess I can understand like the conversations my family has, but I can't really respond to it. I just kind of connect what they're saying with like some stuff in Sanskrit, and I can understand what they're like trying to say.
Yes, Arya. Arya, would you oblige to sing a song for us?
Nope,
No, it's
nope.
all music.
Yeah, I can't sing.
Okay. Yes, dear. Thank you, thank you. Would you like to share instead of a song? Would you like to share something else to like not miss out on that, or like say past? So I would like you to share something in place of the song. Maybe a poem it could
Um,
be, or a one-liner, or a
can you
punchline.
can you play like audio files in this Zoom meeting? Just a song I finished today or no? Okay, well then, not really. I just finished a remix today.
Mhm.
Okay, well then, yeah, nothing really.
Yes, dear. Yes, Arya. Would you like to share a one-liner or something like that, or maybe another quote or quotation instead of the song?
Um, no, not really.
Or a lovely message for all of us?
Lovely message. Like I said, 120 billion, I'll say it again, 120 billion people have lived and died. And also, this is my quote, by the way. So quote me on this, please. 120 billion people have lived and died on this earth. And we've been given the opportunity to be part of, the 8 billion who are alive right now. Let's make use of that. So honor the short life you've been given because it's shorter than you think. Okay. Don't believe me? The Revolutionary War was over 200 years ago, 250 years ago. That's like three times our lifespans. So honor whatever life you have by making use of it, accomplishing something, and enjoying it in the process. Just enjoy. My shirt says it too. I don't know if you can see it. It says, do what you love and do it, please. Go ahead.
Great. That's nice. Do what you love and do it. Live a
Yeah.
beautiful life. Thank you, Arya. I love the way you put that all with lots of energy and passion. Arya, on a table, a great book of your choice and a great music system as well. What would you take first?
Um, the music system. What do you mean by great book? Like a good fiction book or like a book of wisdom?
The book of your choice, the book that you would love to read. You've been waiting all along these so many years to
Oh,
read that book, maybe. And yes, it's in front of your eyes, and as well as the music system. What you would prioritize?
I take the book. I have a very nice music system here. And frankly, after a point, equipment does matter to a point, but you don't need a huge fancy music system or anything. You just need a decent pair of headphones and a decent computer to run your software. But I take the book. If I've been waiting all this time to read a book and it's right in front of my eyes, I'm reading the book.
Oh, great. That's really nice. Arya, do you love to give gifts or receive gifts?
I like to give gifts. I'd say I'm pretty simple. I am privileged enough to be able to, afford a guitar and, a good pair of headphones, a PC, just, a house in general, food. But I also don't feel like I need too much. I like to give gifts. I like the feeling of, helping people out, which is also why I started volunteering. I like the feeling of, giving, making some sort of a difference.
Yes, dear Arya. Thank you very much for sharing. There's one last question that remains, and it's a
Okay.
request. It's a request. As you love to give back, yes, as you've just mentioned, we'd like you to share with us three magical words. Apart from please, sorry, and thank you, we'd like you to share extra three magical words that could really bring a difference in our lives, where we could focus on those words and try to build a beautiful life for ourselves.
Hello. Um, give him a compliment, any sort of compliment, like you look good today. And third magical one, what's the biggest one? I gotta make this third one count. So last question, last word. And sorry, if you've done something, say sorry. But the biggest thing is hello. That's probably the most I'd say. People underestimate the just how much can help to just wave and smile at someone, just say hello. Just like you've been recognized. Greetings.
Yes, dear. Say hi and hello to people, and as well as
It does make a difference. It
Mhm.
does.
Yes, compliment people as well. And when the time comes, you just apologize also, if at all. You could say sorry. Am I right?
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
that's really nice. My dear friends, this is a beautiful way to bond and connect on the International Fab Talks, getting to know your thoughts and views. And today we had a guest who had a mind of all beautiful things and shared it with us today, his thoughts, views, and opinions. Much appreciated. At this age, being able to think at a higher level and being able to give back the best that he could in his own special way. We really appreciate and thank you very much, Arya, and would love to have you on many more sessions. We'd love to see you strumming your guitar, and one fine day, we'd love to see you as one of the best musicians in the world. And we wish you all the best in all your endeavors.
Thank you so much.
And
Thank you for having me. I
yes,
enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it too. And I love the way you said, say hello to the world, compliment others, and apologize if you've hurt them. It's really great, Arya. Stay blessed and stay connected. Looking forward to many more interactions with you.
Me too.
Yes, and lots of love to your sister. And please ask her not to put the dolls in front of you.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Yes, dear. And thanks to your grandmom, your parents as well. And lots of love to all your friends and your well wishers as well. Stay blessed
Thank
and
you.
stay
You
connected.
too. Okay.
Yes, sir. God bless. Thank you very much. Thank you. My dear friends, we had a great time with Arya, getting to bond with him. He is from California, San Jose, and I pronounced it wrong, and he helped me with that. He is that child who's ready to connect with you, make you feel comfortable in his presence. And this is how all the children should be, the youngsters, to give respect to the elders, to bond with their peers, and to protect the younger ones as well. Thank you very much. Stay safe and stay blessed.
Okay.
Bye, Arya.
Bye.